Our previous video on the topic of minimum requirements for Counter-Strike 2 showed that not all 1GB VRAM and shader Model 5 cards can run the game at 60 FPS and at least 720 resolution, despite Valve's stated minimum specs. So, with the Terascale 2 family being fit only from the HD 6850 upwards, how does the entry level of the GCN family fare? And by that I mean the R7 250 with its Holland based GPU, somewhat similar to the Cape Verde LE powered HD 7730, the HD 7750 aka R7 250E or R7 250 512 SP, where the less suffix points out to the 512 shader processors from its GPU, and the HD 7770 aka R7 250X that uses the XT variant of Cape Verde. As usual, we'll have these cards running in the same HP Z230 workstation, featuring an i7-4772 equivalent Xeon and 32GB DDR3 RAM clocked at 1600 MHz and running in dual channel. Without further ado, here are the results in DiaDust 2 at 1080 resolution and lowest settings, but with no upscalers used. This is 1080 native. The slowest of the card, the R7 250, manages 50 FPS on average and 28 FPS for the 1% lows. It's this latter number that will most likely turn off any adventurers from trying to play online with this card at this resolution. The HD 7750 performs surprisingly better, but it's not the average FPS of 58, it's the 1% lows of 47 that warrant this claim. Frame delivery is simply more consistent with this card. And to no surprise, the HD 7770 outperforms both of them at 71 FPS on average and 51 FPS for the 1% lows. Now the question is, which card will provide above 60 FPS when dropping the resolution to 720? So, 720 resolution it is, and the same settings like before, and lo and behold, all of them go above 60 FPS now. The slowest of them, the R7 250, runs in the low 70s on average and 44 FPS for the 1% lows. And while this last number might raise some concern to others, for me it's my own skills, or lack of thereof, that gets my attention. For the HD 7750, I'm showing the statistics from the worst recorded run, with an average of 88 FPS and 1% lows in the high 40s. Your mileage may vary though, I got better runs on the same card. And the HD 7770, the XT of all the Cape Verde GPUs, managed 100 FPS on average and 76 for the 1% lows. The outcome for these newer cards is much more favorable than what the previously tested cards experienced. At 720 resolution, all of them would allow you to experience the game quite nicely, but only the HD 7770 will do that with 1% lows above 60 FPS. Try getting your hands on that one if possible, especially since all of these run in the same price range. Even with no 6-pin power connectors available, at 80 watts TDP, this card can use a SATA to 6-pin adapter just fine. 1080 resolution is not really in the cards, well, maybe with the exception of one of them, and you probably guessed which one. Again, the HD 7770. But even then, 1600 by 900 is probably the better compromise between resolution and FPS for these cards. We have 3 more cards in line for testing, this time placed more in the middle of the GCN stack. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out. As for this video, it's pretty much done. Thank you for watching and I'll see you for the next one.